Wake up, sweating out shots. In my dreams, I'm tearing out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Kyle Carlson, and this is the Vital BMX Weekly Update, where we discuss everything going on at vitalbmx.com and in the BMX world. I am currently tucked away in a back room at Daniel Dare's skate park on the outskirts of Raleigh, North Carolina. About 500 feet that way, there's a pretty heavy session going on with guys like Daniel Dares and Brian Fox, Drew Bezanson, and Justin Dowell. These guys get together most mornings throughout the week and have super heavy sessions, and you'll be seeing some of those very soon. Drew Bezanson recently murdered a deer. It really wasn't like a cold-blooded murder, it was actually an accident, but here's the story.
Recently got a new truck from Toyota, super stoked on it. It's the new 2017 TRD Pro, but it was kind of fortunate and unfortunate the way I got it. About a month and a half ago, I was driving home from Woodward. It was pretty late. It was like probably 11:30 at night, and it was like the last super dark stretch of highway before like coming into Buffalo, New York. And I was just about to cross the Canadian border, driving home, a couple hours from home, and 4-pack of deer jumped out on the road. There was absolutely nowhere to go. I was in like the far lane, and there was the guardrail here, and the deer literally just jumped right in front of me. So smoked the deer at probably 65, 70 miles an hour, just didn't even bother touching the brakes, safer that way. You hit the brakes, front end drops, deer probably could have came up over the hood. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone was okay, so that's the one thing that mattered. Like, the truck's replaceable regardless of any situation. But no, I had 4 of my friends in the car, all the airbags went off, and you know, everybody was perfectly safe. It was kind of funny after that, because when airbags go off, they kind of give a smoky smell. And one of my friends in the back seat started screaming that the truck's on fire, so then everyone starts freaking out and panicking. So instantly we started teasing him from like the scene from Talladega Nights where Will Ferrell is getting burnt by the invisible fire. But so we all jump out of the truck. Truck's still on the highway, but like there's no one around. Like, get out, look in front of the truck. There's no fire. Get back in the truck, starts up fine, just pull into the ditch, call tow truck, call Toyota, start figuring it out. Middle of the night, like, no one was pulling over either, and then the only dude that pulled over was a drunk redneck because he thought he was getting free deer meat. And then like we called the tow truck driver, and since there was so many of us, like we were like, he's like, I can't drive you all because of, you know, I don't have enough seats in my tow truck. And we asked the redneck before we realized he was drunk if he'd be able to give us a lift to a hotel, and he's like, oh yeah, no problem. And then he's seen the cops pull up, he's like, the cops are good people around here, gotta go, and just like peels out and just leaves. The cop was pretty funny too. He was just like, you guys are kind of ruining my night, because he thought he was gonna get off pretty early. He was there for probably 15 minutes before he was like, oh dang, like I didn't even think to ask, like, is everyone okay? But yeah, it was a pretty insane night. It was definitely it was the first time like I ever like hit a deer, definitely going that fast. It was definitely pretty crazy.
Hey, apparently having a truck sponsor doesn't suck. Dan Foley recently got back from a Colt trip to Florida. Here's what he had to say about it.
So just got back from Florida a few days ago. We stuck around after the Swamp Fest and did a little Colt trip. Mostly rode some skate parks. It was Corey Walsh, Trey, Alex DeLeba, Russ Barone, and myself, and we just kind of hit some concrete parks around the Orlando area. Took a day trip to Kona. Vish filmed an edit. Look for it early next week, I think. But yeah, we just rode some skate parks, had some fun, and it was a good time. A lot of good riding went down. Corey Walsh especially killed it, so look for his footage. Super psyched for you all to see it. Yeah, thank you all for checking this out, and keep watching Vital Weekly Update. Is that good?
In sponsorship news, Nick Bruce is now riding for Alienation. We haven't heard much from Alienation in a while, so hopefully this is the start of things to come. Also, Kevin Peraza is now on the pro team for Demolition. In my opinion, this is long overdue. Kevin's been repping Demolition for as long as I've known him, and he's, you know, one of the best riders in the world, so this is a great fit. If you don't already know and plan on competing at any FEAS events this year, you are going to need a UCI license. I don't know a whole lot about this process. Daniel Dares just did his, so I had him explain it. Check it out.
So one of the changes for this year FEAS World Tour is that you're gonna need a UCI license. So the process could be very simple or a bit complicated depending on the country that you live. So one of the things is, in my case, I'm from Venezuela, but I live in the United States. So I had to do my license through the USA cycling website. If you live in Costa Rica, then you do it through the Federation in Costa Rica. If you do in Canada or UK or wherever you live, that's where you do your license for the UCI. Now, so some countries is quite easy. So I think USA, I think UK, maybe Canada and Australia are fairly easy. You can go on their website and sign up online. You have to make sure that you get a UCI license for international events. So most federations have a license for their national events, but then you have the international one for the UCI. And it's very important that you select the right choice, because otherwise you're not going to be able to compete at the FIS events this year. I did mine yesterday, so what I did, I went on the USA Cycling website, not the UCI, and I registered, I put my name in, and then it gave me a bunch of options. At the bottom I found that it had the international license, and they had a few different options. So one of the good things about the license is in every country, no matter what country you signed up for, they come with insurance. So that's, I think, something big for all BMX riders, because you know, accidents are prone to happen. There's obviously limitations and information about the insurance and how all that work. So just make sure that you go and read it. Certain countries, I think you might have to go in and get a physical exam, and then you go and you know, once everything's good, they give you the license. So just make sure that you ask in your national federation. Send an email to Bardi Young. He works for the UCI, and he will have more information on all these topics. I have a little overview. I'm just trying to give a little bit of my experience, but again, it changes from country to country. So please make sure you get a UCI license for this year's FIS World Tour. And that's it. I'll see you guys there.
The first FIS stop of 2017 kicks off in Montpellier, France on May 24th. In other contest news, we have a few dates to share. The 2017 Baltic Games returns to Gdansk, Poland, and that will take place on August 4th to 6th. And Simple Summer Session is going down in Riga, Latvia on August 26th. You will not need a UCI license to compete in either of these events. Russian badass Alice Nikulin dropped a new video. Obviously, the standout to me is the front flip no-hander off the ledge. I haven't seen anything like that before. The whole video is really solid, and if you're into good park riding, I recommend you check it out. The link is in the description. Also, Hyper dropped a new video of flow rider Josh Matthews. I've heard Josh's name for quite some time now from people in Australia, but haven't really ever seen him ride. Based on this video, he's got an awesome balance of technical moves as well as big tricks. It looks like he can ride anything. This one's really good. Check it out. Link in the description. Nigel Sylvester teamed up with upholsterer Daniel McRory to create this beast. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about the project. It's my understanding that Nigel's going to be showing this piece off at a few pop-up exhibits around New York City. Get all of the details on onlygo.co. Hopefully you enjoyed our video of Nike riders Dennis Anderson, Chad Curley, Garrett Reynolds, and Felix Prangenberg. All of those guys are amazing. If you somehow missed it, hit the link in the description and give it a watch. Coming up this week on Vital BMX, we've got all sorts of fun stuff. We worked on a few pieces with Drew Bezanson. Brian Fox has a big announcement to share that he's really excited about. And Daniel Dares might even show us some strange bike maintenance. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to vitalbmx.com for all of your BMX needs. See ya!